The IRS looks for businesses to be audited. Will that be you? Listen, I sure hope not. No one ever wants to be audited by the Internal Revenue Services, right? So that you don't receive that threatening letter in the mail, I will tell you the most common thing that will trigger an IRS audit for consultants and service-based entrepreneurs. But allow me to introduce myself. I am Octavia, and welcome to another episode of the Say Yes to Profits podcast. Here at Say Yes to Profits, we focus on helping consultants and service-based entrepreneurs organize their finances, increase cash flow, reduce business taxes, and say yes to profits. Listen, this will be your new favorite place to return to every single week, and you will become a member of the Profit Squad, which is the best community on this part of the entrepreneurial world that focus on having more money, more profits, and building generational wealth, all because they are entrepreneurs. Now, for more information about Profit Squad, go to profitsquad.sayyesToprofits.com. So what's new here at Say Yes to Profits? Well, did you hear? Say Yes to Profits has a new headquarters. Listen, if you need a reason to come to Atlanta or a place to work for the day, join us in our new headquarters. We have private office suites and a conference room, as well as a daily hot desk, even a private office that you can rent. So join us at the Say Yes to Profits new headquarters. We're so excited about it. So I want to invite everyone to the Say Yes to Profits weekend. We're so excited about our new headquarters. During the Say Yes to Profits weekend on Friday, we're going to start you off with the Passion to Profit event. Now, this is where, again, you're going to take your passion and turn it into profitable money moves when you attend this masterclass. Then Saturday, we're going to have the big grand opening right here at Say Yes to Profits, and we want everyone to come. And then on Sunday, we're going to close it out with our VIP brunch. For more information, visit sytpweekend.com. This is all going to take place at 521 Forest Parkway, Suite 200, Forest Park, Georgia, 30297. The Say Yes to Profits headquarters. As a consulting firm owner, you must be aware of the factors that could contribute to an IRS audit. The Internal Revenue Services, the IRS, may choose to conduct an audit to ensure compliance with tax rules, regulations, and their laws. And while the IRS use various methods and critiques to select businesses to be audited, and while this can be very stressful and time-consuming, you can take steps to reduce your chances of being audited. So let's dive deep into some common audit triggers that consulting firm owners and service-based businesses should be aware of. The first one, discrepancies or inconsistencies. Now, suppose there are significant discrepancies or inconsistencies in your tax return, such as unreported income, underreported income, or excessive deductions. More about that later. In that case, it can raise red flags and increase the chances of an audit. Now, here's the thing. Underreported income can occur if someone submits information to the IRS stating that they paid your business. However, your total income reported doesn't match the tax forms submitted by the other party. Well, you either have unreported income or underreported of income. And either way, both are incredibly terrible to do. So don't do it, okay? Now, keeping track of your income sources and reporting them accurately to the IRS is essential. Any discrepancies in your reported income can raise red flags and lead to an audit, okay? Also, before we can move to the next trigger, you need to know that if your business income deviates significantly from industry standards or your previous return, you may attract attention from the IRS. All right. Now, reported income significantly or substantially lower than what is typical for your industry could also trigger an audit. Got it? Now, let's go to the next trigger, cash transactions. Cash transactions can be challenging to track, I know, and the IRS knows this as well. If your business regularly receives cash payments, make sure that you have a system in place to keep track of the transactions and that you report them accurately on your tax return. This is where you need bookkeeping services. Call us, okay? Any discrepancies in your cash transaction can raise a red flag and lead to an audit. Dun, dun, dun. The next trigger, excessive deductions. Here's the thing, claiming excessive deductions that are not proportionate to your income or industry norm can make your return appear suspicious. And listen, Profit Squad, no one, absolutely no one wants a suspicious return. So be sure to have proper documentations and valid business reasons for each deduction. Make sure that you have your source documents to prove this, okay? Excessive deductions can indicate that you're trying to reduce your tax liabilities unfairly, which also can trigger an audit, all right? Now, here's the thing. We have talked about several audit triggers and we have even more to talk about. If you're kind of at the point where you're like, hey, I need to figure out where I am, I want you to be sure to take the profit assessment. This assessment will help you identify what areas of your business can trigger an audit, what areas of your business you need to work on to maximize profits, increase cash flow, and what areas of your business you must fix in order to say yes to profits. So go to assessment.sayyesToprofits.com and take the free assessment today. You do not have to be scared. You just need to know what you need to know to have everything in order. All right? So let's get to the next trigger. Our next trigger is a big one, everyone on the Profit Squad. It is the home office deduction. Deducting expenses for a home office can honestly be a legitimate tax benefit, but it is also can raise scrutiny with the IRS. Now, I have several videos on my YouTube channel discussing this deduction in great detail, so go and check those out, okay? Here's what you need to know. Make sure that you meet all the requirements for taking a home office deduction, including using the space exclusively for your business and regularly using it for business purposes. This is important, you all. The IRS has strict rules about the home office deduction. So it is essential to follow them closely to avoid being audited. All right? Now, another trigger for you. Simple filing errors and mistakes. Simple mistakes on your tax return, such as incorrect calculations, missing forms, or transposing numbers, can trigger an audit. Also, please make sure your information matches the IRS database. Here's what you need to understand. The IRS cross-check the information reported on tax returns with all of the data received from other sources such as banks, employers, and other business partners, and anyone else that paid you money and they filed their information, all right? If discrepancies are found, it can lead to an audit. Let's go into the last trigger, prior audit history. If you or your consulting firm have been audited in the past and discrepancies were found, it increases the likelihood of future audits. Consistently making sure that your information is accurately reported can help reduce the chances of repeated audits in your future. So listen, Linda. Listen, as a consulting firm owner and service-based business, you should be aware of the common audit triggers and take steps to reduce their chances of auditing your business. No one wants to be audited by the IRS. It is also important to note that these triggers do not guarantee an audit. I just want to let you know what they are. But they are factors that the IRS considers when selecting businesses for an audit examination, okay? So here's what you need to do. Be sure to keep accurate records reporting all income and deductions according to what actually happened in your business and following the IRS rules and regulations closely. And then you, when you do this, can avoid the stress and hassle and fear of an audit. So make sure that you take the profit assessment, because this profit assessment will help you determine if your business is set up to have the IRS on fire and have them triggered by your tax return. Go to assessment.sayyestofprofits.com and take the profit assessment today. Get your books in order so that you don't have any of this going on. Go to assessment.sayyestofprofits.com. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because you want to come back again. Hit the notification button as well. And until next time, say yes to profits.